Important announcement before we get into this video. The next video that's gonna drop on the channel is gonna be of the Demon 170 on the dyno. And for that one, I'm gonna be giving away 2 free prizes. One to the person that guesses the correct horsepower and another to the person who guesses the correct torque. And all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and answer the question in my pinned comment in this video below. It's gonna be the first one at the top. I'm gonna pin it and you guys put all your answers below. And if nobody gets it correctly, it's gonna be whoever's closest, so there's gonna be guaranteed 2 winners. And what you're gonna be able to win is you can get one of these DC Performance shirts or a Trackhawk t-shirt. Looks like this on the front and it has Trackhawk on the back, or you can pick one of my Make Mopar's Great Again hats. It's got the old school Mopar Chrysler symbol on the side. These are new era hats, nothing cheap on my website, or I don't have one with me right now, but it is gonna be another hat and it's gonna say DC Performance. I'll put a picture of it up right here. They're pretty sick. And if you don't win and you wanna pick up one of these items, they're all on my Airborne-American website. I'll put it up right here and I'll include the link below in the description. So I'm super pumped to show you guys what it made on the dyno. Maybe it made a lot, maybe it was a factory freak, or maybe it was a dud. You're gonna have to wait till that one to find out, but good luck to everybody in your guesses. Let's get it on. You know the deal. What's up, YouTube? Welcome everybody back to the channel, coming to you live from the Bat Cave. And as you probably see right here, I have a special guest, the car, and my buddy Debo right here. This is a video I've been trying to make for a long time. We've both had excuses back and forth, but we've finally been able to hook up and get these 2 cars together. And I can't wait to show you what these things can do and the outcome of what it's gonna be in Mexico. So everybody hit that like button, leave a comment, it's about to go down. Everybody, this is my boy Debo. This is his 2016 Mustang GT. It's pretty much a race car. I'm gonna let him go in depth about it and then we'll cover everything. So just give us a basic breakdown of what it is right now.
Stock Gen 2 short block, ARP head studs, got pack valve springs, the Ford Racing.
And the packed valve springs, that's for the handle high RPM?
Yeah.
So you don't get like valve float?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
It's got on 3 twin 55 mil twin turbo kit.
55s?
Yeah. ID 1300 injectors, 4 triple pump with the return, fuel regulators under the intake. Pretty slick.
Yeah, I see that, yeah. That is slick.
MotionWorks catch can.
Nice. Yeah. So this thing is pretty much a race car. You said it does have a K-frame, K-member up front?
Yeah, it's got a front tubular K-member, Viking shocks, front, rear.
While Debo's working on this piece of junk, you know, because it is a Ford, you can get a better look at these shocks right here, these Vikings. Pretty trick. This is what you need to have if you're going to be drag racing. And then you can also see right there, what's that, a BMR K-frame up front?
Yeah, tubular K-member.
Yeah, so keep working on this piece of junk and we'll get back to the video.
Didn't have to work on my Hellcat like this.
No sway bar on it. Bare brakes, front and rear, drag racing brakes.
Check those out.
1-piece drive shaft.
On the front, and then forged line wheels.
Forged line wheels, yep. Built 6R80 with trans brake.
Built 6R80.
Built 6R80.
Do we remember who built it?
No, I don't know.
But it's all billet parts, right?
Yeah, billet input shaft, all that.
Gotcha. Here's the rear drag pack. And these are tire size what?
305, 45, 17.
And these are the ET Street R's, Mickey Thompson's?
Street R's, yep.
And then I'll try to show underneath. One thing we missed when we were given the breakdown on this thing was the transmission cooler, which is right here underneath the spare tire well. Pretty much a must-have for any built, or I suggest any 6R80 that you race. If you can see that, what differentials in here? Because the guy you bought this from, he switched differentials, right?
315.
315.
315 rear gear. Yep.
Gotcha. And it has
SS rear axles.
yeah. So this thing's pretty much like all you can do except go built motor and bigger turbos.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
We picked this up from a guy out of Kentucky, drove all the way down there, pick it up, drove it back, and we really haven't been able to make it to the track and see what this thing can do. But the previous owner, what'd the previous owner run in this thing?
8.9 at 150.
That's some serious stuff. Now you have added some stuff to this to not, I don't want to say slow it down, but to make it more of a livable daily driver.
Yeah. I did an MBRP full race exhaust because it just had downpipes before.
And you were getting a lot of exhaust fumes in the cabin.
Fumes, drone, and then I put the AC back on the car.
Yeah. So now it's like, we don't know what it's gonna run. We think it can still run that 8.9. If it can, this is a pretty bad to the bone street car right here. He bought this car to beat the Trackhawk. He used to have a 900 plus horsepower Hellcat. If I have any videos of that, I'll put them up if I can find them. That was a bad mamma jamma, but the things he was gonna have to do to keep up with the Trackhawk was gonna have to be like built motor, a bunch of money thrown down, and this was just a better buy. Like I tell everybody, my Mustang, it makes the least amount of horsepower out of all the garage, out of the Trackhawk that usually there, the D170, but it has the most potential. And these are cheap. You want to say how much you picked this up for?
I paid 35 grand for it the way it sits.
That's an insane deal. Like when we went down there and looked at it, he was kind of having second thoughts, you know, because like, I don't know, you know, you always have a little bit of buyer hesitation. And I straight up told him, if you don't buy this thing right now, I'm going to buy it. That's how good of a deal it was and how good of the craftsmanship that the guy that owned it previously and his dad, the work they put into this thing. All it's missing is a built motor and bigger turbos, and this thing could really move out.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And a cage to be safe.
Yeah,
you really
yeah,
need a
for
cage.
sure.
But other than that, the thing's bad to the bone. I want you to show me some of the features inside this thing because it's pretty tricky. You want to jump in the driver's seat? So obviously you got the parachute handle.
Parachute handle. It's got the boost controller, boost leash. There's a trans brake and the bump button. It was on the steering wheel.
Trans brake bump button.
Yeah, yep. But I move it down here. Gonna find out something more permanent though.
Does this have rolling anti-lag?
It does not. It does not. I can get it programmed into it, but it does not.
That would be a huge upgrade. Rolling anti-lag.
Didn't do any roll racing before me, so he didn't feel it was necessary.
This thing definitely has a lot of potential. Great buy. Anything else we need to know about in the cabin or anything?
Rear seat delete and Motion Works CO2 kit.
Okay, so this thing is running off CO2.
Yep.
Gotcha. And how many pounds are you going to run it off of for today?
10 pounds.
10 pounds. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I go up to 18, but street can't handle it.
What did when he ran the 8.9, what boost level did he have? How many pounds?
16.
But it can go to 18.
It can go. The tune is good up to 18 and stock motor, so you don't really want to push it too far past that.
Yeah, I mean, Illuminator would look good in here, but money. It's all about money, man, race car stuff. Is there anything we need to see in the trunk?
Pretty simple.
I mean, you got your parachute back here, pretty trick.
Yeah, some AC stuff, and yeah, man. I mean, chairs for the car show.
Just
the
a
California Duster.
Just a car show car.
Battery
relocation kit.
Battery relocation. Yeah, I got a fire extinguisher back here. Just
Everybody, if you guys don't have one of these, I don't care how much horsepower your car makes, you need to have a fire extinguisher in your car, period. Every single car, I don't care, stock or modified. But yeah, any predictions for today's race?
I think I'm gonna win by a car or two.
Even
on 10 pounds. This thing's light. I mean, it was 3,425 pounds when I bought it.
Jesus.
The exhaust was like 58 pounds roughly, and then the AC maybe 30 pounds adding the system back.
So you think you're like 35, 36?
35, 50 we'll call it.
And you know, the Demon 170, it's stock, but the thing weighs 4,200 pounds. So you got a lot of weight advantage on me. You don't even have to make that much horsepower. Did we calculate how much horsepower this thing made?
16 pounds, it would have been somewhere, I think, in that little calculator. It was like 930 something.
To the
around
wheel.
there. Yeah, to the wheel.
All right, and well, this thing makes 1025 to the crank. I doubt that it makes 9+ to the wheels, but for those of you that don't know, this is my stock pretty much. Nothing's modded in the engine. I do have some little weight savings and weight adding techniques. I did add a different tire. So these are the stock tires. They're ET Street R, if that will focus, ET Street R. And I just put a pro bracket, still a radial, but it's a pro bracket. And this is a size 29.5, 10.5 R17. This is what the guys from the Radford driving school say to run. And then another thing I did to try to get this thing to hook, which is the main problem with this, is put weight in the back. So these are sandbags, 60 pounds a piece, right? 60, 120, 180, and my spare tire to try to keep them in place. I'm still playing around with this thing to see where the best place to put it's at. A lot of people have mentioned different places to put it at in the comments, and I appreciate it. If you guys ever have any suggestions, do not hesitate to drop them in the comments. I don't know everything. I don't act like I know everything. There's people that have been doing this a lot longer than me, and your advice is always appreciated. But that's enough talking. Let me know in the comments, who would you think is gonna win out of this race? We're gonna take these two cars to Mexico and see what they can do against each other. And let me know in the comments what car you would rather have. Would you rather have the built Mustang or the Demon 170 bought, not built yet? We are gonna build this thing. You know me, I can't keep my hands off of anything. But like I said, let me know in the comments. And like I said, I know which one is the better buy here. Coyote is king. You cannot beat it. Out of all the muscle cars, a Mustang, a Challenger, Charger, and a Camaro, it doesn't matter. The Coyote, the Mustangs are king because they're light. And like I said, these Coyote engines are insane what they can take from the factory. You just can't beat them. I mean, I'm even a Mopar fanboy, and I can admit it. I have a Mustang after all, and I tell people all the time, this is my favorite car. But let's head out to Mexico. It's gonna take a while. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's get it on, baby. just made it back from Mexico. What are your thoughts?
It went good. She did good. Little sluggish from with a third gear start, but second gear just spent. So, but I mean, I think both cars did good, and I mean, I think I can turn it up a little more next time.
Yeah, you think you could hook with more boost on the street?
Yeah, I mean, initially.
Let's see. What's your tire pressure at back here?
See, it's a little high. It's at 23.
Yeah, a little high. Let's see if you can see. I mean, it was getting out to here. See if we can get it to focus. I mean, probably could have let a little bit more air out, but you're not on bead locks either.
No, but you don't really need them from a roll.
No. But what'd you think about the Mopar's King of the Drag Strip, the Demon 170? What you're impressed?
Sounds good. I could hear that blower.
Yeah.
But I expected a little more.
Really?
I expected a little more.
Well, I never downshifted during the hits. I just floored it.
From drive?
Yeah. If I would have downshifted it to a gear, that makes up a big difference. So
either this thing is super fast at only 10 pounds, or that's a little slower than I thought.
Well, maybe. You still haven't seen the dyno video and what it made, so. If you're gonna ask me, this is a great matchup between these two cars from a roll, and I think it's gonna be a good matchup at the drag strip. He's gonna have the advantage because he's got turbos and he's gonna be able to leave softer and lay into the power. I'm gonna have the harder time because I'm gonna have to try to leave soft, but the supercharger, it's like an instant hit, so we're just trying to do the best we can, but I think it's going to be really close. On paper, these cars run the same number, and we both are a little bit heavier set guys, you know. Debo over there, he's practicing to be pregnant. But I think it's going to be a good matchup at the drag strip. He can turn this thing up. He was at 10 pounds. What'd you say the lowest this thing could go? 6 pounds?
Spring pressure's wastegate 6 pounds.
6 pounds. So he was right there about in the middle. So I was pretty much giving it all I had. I didn't downshift or anything like that. But I'm pretty happy with it like that. Like I said, I got mods coming from my new sponsors that have jumped on board. It's going to save us a lot of weight, sound better. It's really going to improve everything. And I think I finally fixed the traction issue. I did have a few times that I did spin a little bit, but let's see how these sandbags held up. Not bad. So I tucked one right there back behind the seat delete, and then I just kept those there because a buddy from social media told me that he puts like 300 pounds right in his back seat. So for me, that's about as close as I can get while still being in the trunk. But that worked pretty good. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about that race. Let me know what you guys think about the Mustang and the D170. Just lay it all out there. You can be blunt. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Let me know how you guys really feel about that and your real honest opinions. I know me and Debo are going to be talking trash for the rest of the year until we settle this thing, because if you ask me, that was like 50-50. He was running into a few different issues. Like, I think he shifted into manual on accident one time, so that screwed up one of the races, and I like got out ahead of him a lot. There was one race where we're like side by side, or he was like a little bit behind me and he spun. I think if he wouldn't have spun off the hit, that would have been like door to door. So pretty cool. For those of you that don't know, I never lifted in that race. This thing has a governor. I think it's 159. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to take that off, you have to be tuned. And then this thing don't have a governor, does it?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing with Debo, whenever I race Debo, I can't lift because I'll never hear the end of it. Like when we first met up, the first time ever we met up, it was with the Trackhawk, and I was making like 940 with the built motor. And we did it, I think it was the second race. I'll try to find the video, but we made the hit and I got out in front of him and I was like leading to like 140 in Mexico, and I just couldn't lift, and we like stayed in it to like 166, and he finally caught me, and he always was like, I got you. And I'm like, yeah, because I never lifted. If I would have stopped at 140, 150, it would have been game over, but I'll never live that one down.
171.
Yeah, it
was a new hot top speed on my Hellcat when I was 171.
Yeah, that Hellcat was bad. I wish you wouldn't have got rid of it, but you never know. You never know. But
way faster though.
We got a lot of improvements for this thing to make. This thing's completely stock mechanically, and that thing is about to change. We're about to really improve this thing. You guys know me. I know a lot of little tricks to make these things run a lot better without going into the tune. So I can't wait till next time. Everybody hit that like button, leave a comment, and stay blessed.